Now, Gen Z are on a borrowing binge and getting into debt to fund their lifestyles. Now, some have even stopped paying into their pensions, leaving their parents to set up plans or pay into existing ones to help fund their retirements. It seems very strange, very random, that, doesn't it? So would you pay into a pension for your children, Oti? I mean, your daughter's only 2.
I don't know, I'm sitting like this. I'm like, yeah.
You would?
Yeah, I would. I think for me it's very important to know how to handle money, and that was instilled in me from my parents. I remember my dad saying, your first paycheck, open a policy, put it in an ISA, make sure that you're saving. We've saved for your children, so it's your responsibility to save for your children's children.
Oh, so it's like a generation ahead.
Colin's like, what? Yeah, because it's a safety net. It's how you manage money.
How did that teach you about money? Because they're paying into it.
No, because we use our money not to earn. So if I have my money, I will reinvest it so that when I'm older, the money starts to work for me. I don't work for the money. Same thing. The money that we have created will stay in our family. And it's going to stay with my daughter. It's going to stay with her children as well.
And you hope that each generation kind of adds to the pot.
And it's also the idea of teaching, and I'm just going to say it, not to look for a job, but to create your own business. Create ways that money can work for you. Be smart about it, how you invest, how you spend, and how you save.
That's I wish someone had told me that when I was 15.
And my dad was really upset that they didn't teach us that at school.
Yeah.
And so he taught us that.
About money, I don't think at school.
No, I think they should teach us about money at school, don't you?
Should, yeah. Honestly, they taught me.
And me. Would you help fund your children's... You've got 3 adult children. Would you help pay into their pension pots?
No. Why not? Yeah, why not?
Because I pay enough for them.
Yeah.
You know, I help them out. If they're stuck with anything, of course, I'll help them out. You know, if I can, when I can. You know, you get a lot of people, you know, and I'm in a lucky position where now and again I can help them out. But there's a lot of people there who can't. There's a lot of people that are struggling to just live, let alone put money in their own pension and their kids. I mean, that's expecting a lot of people nowadays, in this climate nowadays. But no, I will always help them out. And when I die, hopefully, you know, I've left everything to my kids. Hopefully there's something there for them to have. But, you know, it's all going for them because I do work for them, really, because I get joy out of that. But I haven't set... I pay out enough.
Yeah. But I don't believe you should...
And also, it just doesn't give them incentive.
Just say, for example, in Colleen's case, just an example, that she was scrimping and saving a little bit on her own life, not enjoying things, not having holiday, so she could pay into her children's pension pot. I don't think that's right. I think you need to enjoy your life.
Either. But I also think that if you do have some spare cash or just a little to pay into their pension scheme, you will get tax relief on it anyway. So you are going to get tax relief on your own income as well as any money that you pay into their pension scheme. But the whole business of having a pension was always a bit mysterious to me in my 20s.
It was always boring to me when people
start
talking about
now, you know, in most employers, it's compulsory that you have to pay in 5%, and they match it with 3%, and you also get tax relief on your pension. But then as you get older, you discover that you can only take a certain amount out in cash of any pension scheme before you are paying large amounts of tax on it. But it all comes back to teaching children that it's a good idea to save if you can. Because as a very small child, the first thing I remember, little book that I had was my post office savings book. And I do remember that I put £1 in a week. You'd go and put a little tiny bit in. And I also remember that when my sister ran away from home, the first thing she took was my savings book with my 25 quid in it, and she cashed it in, and I was outraged, and obviously it had to be reimbursed.
I'm just thinking of my sister with the post office savings book, because I was there. I think some people are natural savers and some people are natural spenders. I was definitely a natural spender. I'm better now, I'm older. And my sister and I used to get our pocket money at the same time, Saturday morning, a shilling each or something. And I used to go straight to the sweet shop, you know, buy comics, buy sweets, pocket money gone, sweets were eaten by lunchtime. My sister used to go straight to the post office and put half her pocket money into her post office savings book, and then she would buy some sweets, and her sweets would last her the whole week until the following Saturday.
That is me.
So I think some kids have that. I think you have to show children, like you were talking about ISAs, if you said to a young person, look, if you just put £5 a month away in this, in 5 years' time, you'd have enough to help buy you a car.
Then you get people with the attitude, but in 5 years' time I might be not dead.
You resell it and make more money. money.
Exactly. If you've got a pension, a premium bond or an ISA, it's a much better investment.
Oti Mabuse Financial Services are now